Good day and welcome to Mayor King's TV News. I am Timiela Emanuela. Now to begin the news, here are some of our top stories. Crisis rocks Delta Polytechnic Ogwashuku over alleged illegal appointment of acting deputy rector. 12 Nigerian governors and other officials may face U.S. sanctions. NIMASA accredits 27 registered shipyards. On sports, Hurricane considering chance to join Barcelona with Bayern Munich strikers contract due for renewal. Now the news in full. Fresh controversy has erupted at the Delta State Polytechnic, Ogwashuku, following alleged attempts by the institution's governing council to appoint a new acting deputy rector. A move critics have described as unlawful and contrary to Delta State House of Assembly's earlier recommendation to the state government. The crisis stems from the recent suspension of the institution's rector, Professor Emmanuel Ashunu, over allegations of administrative and financial misconduct. In its resolution, the Delta State House of Assembly reportedly directed that the current deputy rector should step in as acting rector while the rector proceeds on 6-month suspension. However, instead of adhering to the legislative directive hook, sources within the institution revealed that the council has appointed another acting deputy rector, a decision that stakeholders say has no basis in law or policy. The institution has further heightened tensions within the polytechnic community, with reports of protests from staff members who argue that the appointment of new acting deputy rector violates the principles of fairness and due process. Meanwhile, stakeholders have called on the State House of Assembly and the governor to intervene urgently to restore order and ensure strict adherence to the Assembly's original recommendation. 12 Northern governors, prominent traditional rulers, and senior judges are at the center of a looming diplomatic storm as the United States Congress considers a bill that could impose far-reaching sanctions on them over alleged complicity in what American lawmakers describe as Christian genocide and systematic persecution under Nigerian sharia and blasphemy laws. This follows the designation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern by President Donald Trump and his instruction to the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, to act without delay. On Friday, Trump, in a post on Truth, lamented that thousands of Christians were being killed in Nigeria and asked Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into the matter and report back to him. The Nigerian Religious Freedom Accountability Act of 2025, sponsored by Republican Senator Ted Cruz, designates Nigeria as a country of particular concern for religious persecution. The Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency has accredited 27 registered shipyards across the country. This is in accordance with its mandate enshrined in Section 22 of the NIMASA Act 2007 and Sections 335 to 339 of the Merchant Shipping Act 2007, which gives the agency statutory powers to regulate, license, inspect, and enforce standards for shipyard operations in Nigeria. According to a statement on Sunday by the Deputy Director Head of Public Relations at NIMASA, Osagi Edward, out of the 27 accredited facilities, 10 are located in Lagos State, 8 in Rivers State, and 9 in Delta State. According to the statement, as a direct benefit of this accreditation, vessels to be built at these facilities will be assigned a keel identification number by the agency's Maritime Safety and Seafarers Department at the time of construction, in accordance with the Certificate of Plan and Specification approval. This keel will make such a vessel eligible to obtain an International Maritime Organization number. It added the verification and accreditation process is a continuous one aimed at ensuring operational excellence across the nation's maritime value chain. By maintaining an updated and transparent registry of accredited facilities, NEMASIS seeks to enhance industry confidence, protect investment, and align local operations with global best practices. Now on the business news. The Naira recorded its highest appreciation this year at the close of October when it settled at 1,421 Naira 73 kobo per dollar at the Nigerian foreign exchange market, data from the Central Bank of Nigeria has revealed. The Naira traded below the 1,500 Naira per dollar threshold throughout October at the official market, indicating stability and appreciated by 3.63% from 1,475 Naira 34 kobo per dollar as of 30th September 2025. In October, the Naira traded at its weakest rate of 1,475 Naira 35 kobo per dollar on 17th October 2025. At the parallel market, the story was not too different, as the domestic currency closed at 1,450 Naira per dollar on Friday, according to Cardinal Stone. However, analysts have projected that the currency would maintain an even keel in the coming week and in the near future. In its macro report, CSL Research identified increased production from Dangote Refinery as helping to stabilize the naira despite headwinds. Now on the foreign scene. The Trump administration heads to the US Supreme Court on Wednesday, facing off against small businesses and a group of states who contended most of the tariffs it has put in place are illegal and should be struck down. If the court agrees with them, Trump's trade strategy would be upended, including the sweeping global tariffs he first announced in April. The government would also likely have to refund some of the billions of dollars it has collected through the tariffs, which are taxes on imports. The final decision from the justice will come after what could be months of poring over the arguments and discussions in the merits of the case. Eventually, they will hold a vote. Trump had described the fight in epic terms, warning a loss would tie its hands in trade negotiations and imperil national security. On Sunday, the president said he would not attend the hearing in person as he did not want to cause a distraction. Finally, on the world of sports, Harry Kane is considering a departure from Bayern Munich and could look to make a blockbuster switch to Barcelona. The English striker has been in ruthless goal scoring from this season and may look to experience a new league while he remains at the top of his game. Kane is mulling over the possibility of a new contract at the German Giants, but his future remains in the balance. Kane is contracted to Bayern until June 2027, but has a release clause in his deal that could allow him to leave the club for as little as €57 million, which is £65 million, from next summer. There will no doubt be a number of Europe's biggest sides chasing the goal signature, and Barcelona have emerged as one of the leading contenders. The Blaugrana will need a new striker to lead their forward line should Robert Lewandowski depart the club at the end of his contract, expiring in June 2026. Also, Atletico Madrid's Julian Alvarez is their top target, but it could prove too costly to take from Spanish capital and bring to Catalonia. Manchester City's Erling Haaland also appears beyond the financial muscle of cash-strapped Barcelona. Now to end the news recap on our headlines. Crisis rocks Delta Polytechnic Ogwashiko over alleged illegal appointment of acting deputy rector. 12 Nigerian governors and other officials may face U.S. sanctions. NIMASA accredits 27 registered shipyards. As on sports, Hurricane considering chance to join Barcelona with Bayern Munich strikers contract due for renewal. That ends the news from Mayo Kings TV as read and edited by Tiniela Emanuela. Thanks for watching.